Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise for the entrance of the University of Saskatchewan 2018 Spring Convocation graduates?
Would the graduates please turn and face the platform? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spring Convocation 2018. Would you please join our vocalist Angela Yurichanine in the singing of O Canada?
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far or wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Once again, graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, those who are joining us on the live streaming, welcome to Convocation. My name is Beth Bilson. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you now the members of the platform party that you see before you. So beginning in the front row on my left, which is your right, Russ Eisinger, University Registrar, Patty McDougall, Vice Provost Teaching, Learning and Student Experience, Karen Chad, Vice President Research, Henry Gardapi, Traditional Knowledge Keeper, Tony Vanelli, Provost and Vice President Academic, Chancellor Roy Romano, President Peter Stoichev, Michelle Prytula, Dean, College of Education, Trevor Crow, Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, Grit McCreath, Honorary Ambassador to the University of Saskatchewan. In the second row, our orators, Shirley Haynes, Kathleen James Cavan, Ken Howland. Our senators, Nadia Prokopchuk, Linda Browning, Jim Pulfer, Lori Eisinger, Lorna Zatlin, and Christine Wesolowski. Joy Crawford, representing the Alumni Association, Don Wallin, Associate Dean, Education, Dave Burgess, Associate Dean, Education, Edgar Martinez Soberanis, Graduate Students Association, Vice President, Student Affairs, and Dean Jones, representing the University of Saskatchewan Retirees Association. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administration, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they have done by supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates. We acknowledge the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and the homeland of the Métis on which we have gathered for this event. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Please stand as you are able for the honor song. be seated.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many people here today for such an important event on this great occasion where we're acknowledging and congratulating all the graduands here today. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure you know that we don't always dress this way when we show up for work. Some of us do privately at home. I do when I'm going out to get the mail. Otherwise, this is special just for you guys. Eminent Chancellor, graduands and families, honored guests, I thank the many people who are here today as part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history, and in particular, I want to acknowledge today's Knowledge Keeper, Henry Gardapi, Board of Governors member Joy Crawford, Honorary Ambassador Grit McCreath, who's here from Calgary and a graduate of the College of Education, the Buffalo Boys drum group, who does that honors song every single convocation for us, and our honorary degree recipient, Joni Mitchell, who's watching on live stream right now. Also, I want to acknowledge the orchestra who's playing for us today, and you'll hear more from them later on in the program. I also acknowledge the many faculty who are on the stage today. They're the core of the university. They have been leaders and mentors for so many of you who will graduate today. Thank you very much for being here. We're here to celebrate a milestone in the lives of the graduands who will soon cross this stage. We're proud of them, they're proud of what they've done. Life is richer when we collectively acknowledge success and hard work and rites of passage such as this one today. We're also here because this university has brought us together. A university is really a wonderful thing, a great experiment in the ongoing conversation we call democracy. Universities are crucial participants in that conversation. We're so fortunate to be in Canada and to have the freedoms that we have. Given the world we're now in, where it's difficult to separate out what's true and what's not true, where our future depends on knowledge and the correct use of it, where research holds the key to our greatest challenges, where free speech and informed speech are critical to our humanity. Universities are needed more than they have ever been, and the University of Saskatchewan is needed more than it has ever been. What all of you crossing this stage today, strengthened with a University of Saskatchewan degree, go on to do in your lives will matter immensely to our collective future. You did all the work, went to all the classes for the most part, wrote the essays and assignments and exams, and earned the right to be here in this moment today. But you and I know that many others helped. So take the time to thank your spouses and partners, parents and grandparents, friends, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, communities, elementary school teachers, high school teachers, the professors you appreciated, or the classmates who helped you out, because you don't achieve something this big without a lot of help along the way. Many graduands in this country right now are sitting in seats like you are, in auditoriums like this one, getting their university degrees. But I want to tell you that there is something special about a U of S degree. And it's because at this university we govern ourselves not only on the basis of what we want to be, but what the world needs us to be. And the world needs educators. And we're proud of the College of Education and its graduating class of 2018 and the important work that you are about to undertake. The world needs cures for cancer, and we are the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy that revolutionized cancer therapy in 1951 and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients around the world. The small Acme Machine and Electric Company just around the corner from us here on Idlewild Drive built the casing for that machine. U of S medical researchers built the concept. Many thousands of patients were treated here over the next 20 years until it was replaced with newer technology in 1971. Sylvia Fedoruk, who later became Saskatchewan's Lieutenant Governor and after that our Chancellor, was a graduate student member of that project's team. Significant cancer research continues at the U of S, building on that formidable history. The world needs thoughtful, educated, and humane leaders, and some of the country's most formative holders of high office got their degrees here. Among them are Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, Governor General Ray Natishian, premiers such as Scott Moe and our Chancellor Roy Romano. 9 Canadian premiers have now been students at the U of S. Many lieutenant governors of Saskatchewan, including Tom Malloy, a former U of S Chancellor, and of other provinces, including Ontario's current Lieutenant Governor Elizabeth Dowdeswell. Many Canadian ambassadors to countries around the world, including tomorrow's honorary degree recipient, Len Edwards. Dozens of high-ranking public servants in Ottawa, such as Gordon Thiessen, former Governor of the Bank of Canada. Aboriginal leaders, like our previous Chancellor Blaine Fable, former Chief of the FSIN. The world needs groundbreaking researchers who change how we understand the world we live in, and people who went on to win Nobel Prizes were here. One was chemistry graduate Henry Tobey, who received it in 1983. Another Nobel laureate from the U of S was Gerhard Hertzberg, who was offered a position in physics here in 1935 by our first president, Walter Murray, to escape Nazi Germany when no other university on this continent had the vision or the humanity to offer him one. Hertzberg won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1971. The world needs great writers, and writers such as College of Education graduate Sharon Butala, who wrote Perfection of the Morning, and 3-time Governor General's Award winner Guy Vanderhaeg were here. Hilda Neatby, who wrote the controversial book on Canadian education, So Little for the Mind. Gail Bowen, author of 23 novels and plays and just awarded the Saskatchewan Order of Merit. William Deverell, one of Canada's best ever crime novelists. David Carpenter, an honorary degree recipient this week. The world needs open-minded, courageous, and compassionate members of the justice sector, and we have graduated many. Supreme Court Justice Emmett Hall was a student here, a law school classmate of John Diefenbaker's, and Diefenbaker later became our Chancellor. Justice Hall's report from the 1964 Royal Commission on National Health Care Services recommended Canada adopt Saskatchewan's public health insurance model, and in it he wrote that the only thing more expensive than good health care is no health care. Emmett Hall later became Chancellor of the U of S. Roy Romano, another law school alumnus and now our Chancellor, authored in 2002 the only other Royal Commission on the future of health care in Canada. These aren't only examples of justice in action, they're examples of social justice in action. The world needs great athletes and coaches, and Olympian Sandra Schmerler, Coach Lyle Sanderson, track athlete Diane Jones-Konahowski, NHL coaches Mike Babcock, and College of Education alumnus Dave King were at the U of S. In fact, recently 4 of the NHL's head coaches were student athletes here with Huskies hockey, including College of Education alumnus Willie Desjardins. And we think again of the athletes and leaders and those supporting them who lost their lives in the Humboldt Broncos tragedy, some of whom were U of S students, and who put in perspective for us what a privilege it is to be here today, celebrating the beautiful futures of our young people. The world needs peace, sometimes hard fought, and in this, the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War, I'm also reminded of the 345 U of S students, faculty, and staff who enlisted in it. 69 sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. They're commemorated on the university's memorial gates on College Drive. More than 100 more were wounded, and 35 were awarded Medals of Valor. The university gave so many brave soldiers to the cause that the College of Engineering closed its doors for the 1916-1917 academic year, when the faculty, the staff, and the students enlisted en masse. More U of S soldiers were killed in the war than graduated from here in 1918, exactly 100 years ago from this convocation that we are celebrating today. These are examples of what I mean when I say that we're the university the world needs. Now in our second century, enjoying a time of peace here secured by those who went before us and by the accomplishments of our alumni and faculty, we are seen as a research leader in the country with Canada's only synchrotron, where we've pioneered how to produce medical isotopes without using a nuclear reactor. There is a huge national and international demand for these isotopes due to the closure of Chalk River just a few weeks ago. And our cyclotron is now providing all the medical isotopes to Royal University Hospital, a fitting homage to that cobalt-60 work done here over half a century ago. The world needs to provide food to its rapidly growing population. In order to meet the world's food needs, agricultural productivity needs to almost double. Our Global Institute for Food Security is helping do just that. The world needs to understand the reasons for droughts and floods to safeguard our communities against tragedies such as recent ones in Calgary, Houston, New Brunswick, BC, and Saskatchewan. Our Global Institute for Water Security, the largest university-led water security research center in the world, is doing just that. These two institutes are also examples of how we bring together different parts of the university to work on global problems. With 17 colleges and graduate schools, we have more than any Canadian university of our size. This is a crucial feature of who we are, because although we do not know what the solutions are to the major challenges facing us today, we do know this, that none of them will be solved by a single discipline or by a single person, but by many people from many disciplines working together. We are poised to help do that with faculty like the ones on the stage before you, who are at the cutting edge of research, scholarly, and artistic work. All these things matter. They demonstrate why we're one of the top 15 research-intensive universities in the country, and why the U of S leads all Canada's 96 universities when it comes to the per capita economic impact on the surrounding region. They demonstrate how we help make our province, Canada, and the world a better place. Saskatoon, too. Great cities need and deserve great universities. A strong relationship between the two is crucial, and we are fortunate to have one with the city of Saskatoon. A formal partnership is the first of its kind in Canada between a major university and the city it's in. I say all this to emphasize that the U of S degree you've worked hard to receive today has tremendous value. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a U of S grad, it gets special attention because the quality of the university is so high and because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots. And also because you haven't just learned one particular area of study, you've learned how to transfer what you've learned in one discipline to what is needed in another. You've learned about excellence, and excellence is a transferable skill. Why does that matter? Because we will all need to be able to solve problems we can't even imagine today. Saskatchewan's future will depend on it. The world's future will depend on it. 44% of the available jobs in this province require the skills and knowledge that a university education provides, but only 25% of Saskatchewan's workforce has a university education. This underscores the critical importance of investing in higher education and the fact that we are a crucial part of the province's future success. The U of S is a leader in helping Saskatchewan stay ahead of the innovation curve. And without our kind of research and teaching, there is no innovation. And without innovation, there's a diminished future for all of us. So now more than ever before, we all need people with degrees like yours, from a university like yours, to help build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity. I am proud that we now have students from 109 countries attending the U of S, and many of those countries are represented by graduates here today. The world also needs us to be a country that responds to the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, because as its chair, Senator Murray Sinclair, stated at the U of S 2 years ago, education is the key to reconciliation, a further confirmation of the vital role you will all play in our future. I am grateful that the U of S is seen in this country as a participant, not a bystander, in building reconciliation. And this year we have more Indigenous students at our university than ever before in our history. In 1915, Annie Mackay became the first Indigenous student to graduate from here, and she went on to work at the university for 44 more years. At this week's ceremonies, almost 400 Indigenous students will graduate. This year, more than 3,100 Indigenous students are enrolled at the U of S, up 28% over the last 5 years. We are at a time when the country faces the greatest cultural challenge and opportunity of its history. Being the university the world needs today means committing to reconciliation, not to supplant traditional Western understanding, but to enrich it, acknowledge thousands of years of deep learning that occurred here long prior to it, and give all students a more informed and ultimately more compassionate understanding of the world, knowing that the measure of a civilization is its compassion, not its ability to consume. Achieving this will take a strategic mixture of patience and impatience, and it will take time. But as Walter Murray wrote to a friend in 1908 when traveling out here to begin his work as our first president, we are building for centuries. So in the end, what's all this that you're achieving today about? Only you can answer that for yourself, but part of it is about being able to contribute to your community, this province, this country, this globe, to be a person the world needs in your own right. For me, it has always been about a passion for the idea of a university, a radical experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it, where we can be building for centuries. For the Annie Mackays, Roy Romanows, John Diefenbakers, Gerhard Hertzbergs, Hilda Neatbys, Sharon Butalas, Emmett Halls, Sylvia Fedoricks, Joni Mitchells of the world, it was about something else. None of them, while at university, knew exactly where they were headed, but they knew to listen for a passion to follow, and that became an endless journey. For you, it will be something else. It doesn't matter exactly what it is, but be passionate and compassionate about it and use it for good. Congratulations, graduates, on your achievements today. And it's me again. It is my privilege as president to speak about this afternoon's honorary degree recipient. The honorary degree is the highest honor the university can bestow, and it's my privilege to present this afternoon a Doctor of Letters honoris causa, a D.Lit, awarded for outstanding achievement in the humanities, the social sciences, or in the performing arts of a scholarly or creative nature to Miss Joni Mitchell. She's unable to be here today, but is watching this occasion live streamed from Los Angeles and is extremely honored to be a recipient. With accomplishments, contributions, and a reputation that are well known around the world, Miss Mitchell is an extraordinarily deserving individual to receive this distinction. Her connections to our community are strong, and they made an indelible mark on her music and lyrics. Saskatoon is her hometown. She grew up here. She learned to play piano and guitar here. It is in this city she found her voice, a voice that would be heard around the world. A generational talent who has influenced millions, Ms. Mitchell originated and first displayed her musical stylings in Saskatchewan, from bonfires at Waskesiu Lake to cafes and venues in around Saskatoon. Her lyrics throughout her career would hearken back to her formative years here, from Cherokee Louise hiding in this tunnel in the Broadway Bridge, which most of the world likely interpreted as a reference to someone in some bridge in New York City, to walking down Main Street, kisses like bright flags hung on holidays from the astounding The Hissing of Summer Lawns album. Like all enduring art, too great to be fully appreciated when released in 1975, but later hailed by Prince and others as a masterpiece. From the incomparable river she wants to skate away on, to raise Dad's Cadillac rolling past the rink, past the record shack, where when it comes to mathematics, I got static in the attic. And though her talent, career, and musical pursuits led her away from Saskatoon, in that last song, she's dreaming of blue runways on the edge of here, we are very proud to call Saskatoon her home. Her unmistakable and unique voice, combined with her talent at combining diverse music stylings ranging from folk, jazz, and pop to R&B and classical music, is the hallmark of a career spanning more than 5 decades. Her guitar playing, I might add, with its open tunings and complex chords, is unmistakable as well, and she has been called the greatest female guitarist ever. Her list of accomplishments is impressive. With 17 albums of original music to her name, Joni Mitchell has received 9 Grammy Awards, 3 Juno Awards, inductions into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as well as being named by Rolling Stone magazine as one of the greatest songwriters ever. And when you think of Chelsea Morning, Both Sides Now, The Circle Game, Woodstock, Big Yellow Taxi, Help Me, Free Man in Paris, you can understand the statement. Her albums were consistently commercial and critical successes, and her songs were top singles heard on radio stations everywhere. Her 1971 album, Blue, is regarded as one of the best of all time and ranked the highest by Rolling Stone of any by a female musician ever. But Ms. Mitchell was so much more than a singer and songwriter. She was a voice for a generation, and she used her significant platform to draw attention to global issues of great importance. Her words were as powerful as her music and highlighted issues related to war, environment, and politics. And because of that, her accolades reach far beyond the music world. She has been honored with the Governor-General's Performing Arts Award for Lifetime Artistic Achievement, Canada's highest honor in the performing arts. She also received a star on Canada's Walk of Fame and was appointed a Companion of the Order of Canada, Canada's highest civilian honor. It's an impressive list of accomplishments, awards, and accolades. We are humbled to add to it, as was the City of Saskatoon earlier this spring when it named a walkway along the city's river landing the Joni Mitchell Promenade, and that will be publicly celebrated in a couple of weeks. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I ask that you will confer upon Joni Mitchell the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Mr. President and honored guests, I am humbled and honored to say and declare the following. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit Joni Mitchell to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa and invest Joni Mitchell with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Kathleen Edwards, who will perform a song by Joni Mitchell as a tribute on this special occasion. An Ottawa singer-songwriter, Kathleen Edwards is no stranger to the music of Joni Mitchell. She performed a number of Joni Mitchell songs in 2013 at the Illuminato Festival at Massey Hall in Toronto and sang backup for Joni Mitchell in her final performance at that event. Kathleen Edwards, in her own right, is an accomplished musician and performer gifted with a unique voice that has brought her critical acclaim and several Juno nominations. She has appeared in Rolling Stone, Spin, Pitchfork, and The Guardian, and has graced the cameras on late-night TV with David Letterman, Jay Leno, and Jimmy Fallon in Austin City Limits, and she'll be performing at the Gateway Music Festival in Bengoff, Saskatchewan this July. Making her attendance at our convocation ceremonies even more meaningful is that her father, Len Edwards, will receive an honorary Doctor of Laws tomorrow morning. Please join me in warmly welcoming Ms. Kathleen Edwards.
I'm very humbled to be here and have been asked to play a Joni song. Thank you so much. If you're driving into town with the dark clouds above you, dialing my number, who's bound to love you? Honey, you turn me on, I'm a radio, I'm a country station, I'm a little bit corny, I'm a wildwood waving for you, broadcasting tower waving for you. And I'm sending you out this signal here. I hope you can pick it up loud and clear. I know you don't like weak women, that you get bored so quick. And you don't like strong women, 'cause they're quick to your tricks. And it's been dirty for dirty down the line. But I come when you whistle and you're loving and kind. But if you've got too many doubts, if there's no good reception for me, then tune me out. 'Cause honey, who needs the static? It just hurts your head and you end up cracking, and the day goes dismal from breakfast Barney to the sign-off prayer. And what a sorry face you get to wear. And I'm gonna tell you now again, if you're still listening there, if you're driving into town with the dark clouds above you, dialing my number, who's bound to love you? If you're lying on a beach with the transistor going, kick off the sample light, honey, love's still flowing. If your head says forget it, but your heart is still smoking, call me at the station, the lines are open. If you're driving into town with the dark clouds above you, dialing my number, who's bound to love you? If you're lying on a beach with the transistor going, kick off the sand, honey, love's still flowing. If your head says forget it, but your heart is still smoking, call me at the station, the lines are open. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
So if I could have the attention of the graduands for just a moment to tell you what you're supposed to do now. You're supposed to make your way to the stage on this side, and as you're coming forward towards the podium, please stop and turn around. Smile for the camera. There will be a hood put over your head, around your neck, not over your head. That's right. That's right. It's not like that. So when you have had a hood put around your neck, if you could come to the first podium and hand the card that you have to one of the orators who will announce your name. Once your name has been announced, you can proceed to shake hands with the Chancellor, who's in the center of the stage here. He will admit you. That's an important step. You know, without shaking his hand, you won't have a degree. So try and remember to do that. Go over to this side of the stage where you'll be greeted by the president and by the dean or associate dean of your college, and they will hand you your parchment, and then you will be free to proceed down the stairs and return to your seat. So if the first row could get up and move in that direction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the certificate in teaching English as a second language. I present to you Michelle Joy Elliott. Danielle Carl Yarchin. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the certificate in practical and applied arts. I present to you Shelby Joy Chatfield. John James Germs. Lance Edward Hall. Kristen Lee Lee. Callum Joseph Ulver. Kirk Calvin Pilon. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Education. I present to you Almas Asia. Sally Hannah Ablahad. Miranda Lee Achakus. Jennifer Page Ackerman. Christy Renee Adair. Amanda Jane Adams. Anika May Albers, with distinction. Shayla Diane Alexander, with distinction. Amy Lee Anderson. Christopher Michael Anderson. Carmel Dawn Marie Arcand. Rebecca Arthurs. Josie Danielle Barron, with distinction. Larissa Morgan Barry. AJ Basaraba. Solara Lydia Mary Baxter. Taylor Leona Beda. Tegan Alexandria Belitsky, with distinction. Amy Christine Bell. Cassidy Danielle Bickner. Ashley Marion Blanche, with distinction. Kayla Angeline Marie Blanchard, with distinction. Brittany Tennille Bodnarchuk. Brett Connor Beckler. Georgina Dawn Borchmeyer. Alyssa Marie Bouvier. Kelsey Lynn Boy. Chelsea Danielle Braybrook. Melanie Lee Breckon, with distinction. Ashley Marie Britz, with distinction. Taryn Cody Brown. Shelby Rochelle Buell. Bryce Kyle Bulges, with distinction. Josie Marie Lynn Bumfrey. Roger Kelly Dale Burns. Jackson Chandler Butler. Lisa Elizabeth Button, with distinction. Hallie Lydia Cadot. Paula Campbell. Mauricio Carmona, with distinction. Autumn Braden Cree Carrier. Micah Ray Carrier. With distinction. Sorry. Kimberly Alyssa Sesnick. Naila Mubashar Chowdhury. Penny Chief. Tanya Rose Chief. Linda May Chisholm. Nicole Marie Jubak. JC Delaney Coogan. Tiffany Dawn Crouch. Elena O. Cutts. Jensen Marie Doven. Shannon Mackenzie Dickon with distinction. Allison Dillon. Jocelyn Rita Dillon. Shelley Ann Dillon with distinction. Taryn Cassidy Dion. Sydney Theodore Derpaul with distinction. Nicole Christine During. Lisa Nicole Dirksen. Alyssa Ray Dopko. Theo Etienne Dow. Rhoda Dufresne. Jillian Marie Lynn Dick with distinction. Megan Lee Ekstrand with distinction. Kirsten Sarah Elder. Emily Elizabeth Elian with distinction. Brooke Lynn Erickson. Matthew Sterling Erickson with distinction. Raylyn Grace Falcon with distinction. Kiara Ann Nicole Fair with distinction. Zane Frederick Fentiman. Alex Michael Forney Gollop. John Vincent Francisco. Kelsey Harris Fraser. Charlene Evelyn Freeman. Caitlin Dawn Fries with distinction. Kayla Dawn Fry. Michaela Morgan Funk with distinction. Allison Bainton Furman. Isabel Gallegos. Laura Ashley Gallup with distinction. Brianne Catherine Garchinsky with great distinction. Benjamin Michael Giesbrecht with great distinction. Kayla Nicole Giesbrecht with great distinction. Lee Christopher Gilbert. Marissa Cheryl Glanville. Amanda Ashley Gourlay with great distinction. Madison Jean Selene Grabowski. Alexandra Anna Graham. Michaela Danielle Garrick. Alexandra Doreen Hofstra. Logan Halford. Megan Gail Hanshiro. Jenna Evelyn Joyce Harkness. Bethany Marie Harland. Leah Miriam Harvey. Kristen Brooke Healy. Amanda Nicole Hetu with distinction. Dane Michael Hilsendagger. Colton Wesley Hope. Emily Margaret Humbert with great distinction. Morgan Denise Ilg. Christine Nicole Jacqueline with distinction. Cameron Michaela Jackson with great distinction. Brianne Marie Jacobs. Shaylin Mia James Messier. Brianna Mackenzie Jansen with distinction. Brooklyn Jansen. Maria Bridget Junot with great distinction. Carol Job. Brianna Lynn Johnson. Jillian Bailey Johnston. Julia Marie Johnston. Angie Jo Kwang with distinction. Taylor J. Jorgensen. Christine Jubil.
Sheena Kim. Paul Anthony Kinch with great distinction. Jeanette Rose Kirkpatrick with distinction. Brenna Ray Kirwan. Sarah Catherine Klatt with distinction. Caitlin Marie Cleaver. Veronica Kamek with great distinction. Ivan Terry Kolosnier with distinction. Jesse Allen Krause with distinction. Rebecca Marianne Christensen. Bailey Zachary Krzyzanowski. Jocelyn Ellen Lewetz. Chelsea Marie Laprairie. Jennifer Louise LaRose Ekren. Charity Chandler Lehner. Kayla Ann Lemire, with distinction. Amy Marie Lenick, with distinction. Menatella Lethy. Christine Shilan Levesque, with great distinction. Kirsten Janelle Little. Sienna Marie Leffers, with distinction. Robin Leanne Lowen, with distinction. Taylor Donna Marie Lucier. Madison Laura McCarricker. Cole Gordon Anthony McKinnon. Izzy Malakail. Danielle John Manzik. Cassie Lynn Martins, with distinction. Dallin Jacob Martin. Felicia Monica Dawn Maurer, with distinction. Bailey Marie Maxwell. Cherise Joy Mayerly, with great distinction. Haley Rose Mays, with distinction. Ashley McAdam. Jacqueline Laura McCauley. Heather Leanne Mackay. Nikki Caitlin McLean. Leah McMurtry. Laura McFedrian. Christian Alexander Meggs, with distinction. Dylan Emery Menard. Jessica Danielle Mercredi Fern. Michaela Ray Elizabeth Miller. Randy Lynn Beth Miller. Kasi Nachalobi. Callie Lane Nadeau. Carolee Joy Neer, with great distinction. Alyssa Ray Nerbus. Vanessa Michelle Nessman, with distinction. Brooklyn Taylor Nevu. Miigwan Bella Oksaksakewan, with distinction. Jasmine Sky Pesim Opikokyu. Ashley Marie Osmak, with distinction. Ashley Rose Owatch. Folashade Esther Ibaronke Oyewasi. Sorry. Edward Curtis Pazlowski. Deanna Marie Donnelly Pauls. Dallas Tyshon Pelly. Athanasia Enid Pritikaris. Charity Jana Peters, with great distinction. Graham John Peters, with distinction. Courtney Page Lewis Picard, with distinction. Sarah Ann Pickett. Robin May Pidwerbeski. Quinn Alexander Pierce. Lucas Robert Andrew Powell. Michelle Lynn Pullis. Orion Paul Raycraft. Tyler John Reed. Andrew James Douglas Retker. Ashton Lee Richter, with great distinction. Jade Levi Roberts. Brianne Lorraine Satoff. Lindsay Ann Sekundiak. Chase Samuel, with distinction. Levi James Santha. Leslie Ann Santos. Quinlan Micah Sawatsky, with distinction. Armand Jonathan Jacob Schellenberg. Casey Jean Schmidt. Emma Nicole Shonawell. David Michael Keith Schrader, with distinction. Anne Pollock Schubert, with distinction. Rebecca Emma Schuler. Amanda Sarah Schultz, with distinction. Chelsea Lynn Sherman. Nicole Shachuk. Michaela Jane Sibbald. Danielle Levana Sinclair. Brianne Skifton. Jolynn Christine Smith. Tanya Moraine Smithson, with great distinction. Megan Elizabeth Sorsdahl. Matthew Robert Spencer. Cody Ray Stedman. Maggie Roman Strauss, with distinction. Trent Justin Stukel. Thank you. Shelby Blaine Keeler Stupak. Nika Alexandra Suter. Jody Leanne Sylvester. Thomas Jeremy Rodney Tarling. Nathaniel Robert Teed. Joel Vincent Tommy. I take it. Sydney Rachelle Thorpe with distinction. Thank you. Brandon Ernest Edward Tkach. Devin J.P. Tony. Thank you. Tyler E. Tutusis. Happy birthday. Melissa Diane Iona Trembe Pierre. Thank you. Tanner William Tyndall. Thanks. Brooke Lynn Van Dam. Kylie Langell Vaz. Hannah Marie Weitenheimer. Frances Patricia Capauras Veslinos. Laszlo Jonathan Vezi, with distinction. Cheyenne Tessa Wahobin. Caitlin Michelle Wakefield. Mackenzie Alyssa Walsh. Caitlin Eve Watson. Matthew James Weinmeier. Tamar Dawn Weston, with great distinction. Amanda Wheeler. Anna Elizabeth Wheeler, with great distinction. Erica Dawn White. Raquel Renee Whitecap. Jaden Edward Weeb, with great distinction. Alyssa Danae Willems. Caitlin Jane Williams Unterreiner. Jolie Ray Wileyman. Alyssa Ray Wingerter, with great distinction. Crystal Wolf. Jordan Jacob Wolf, with distinction. Kendra Danielle Wonziak. Jill Ann Louise Wojtowicz, with distinction. Robbie Brianne Watuni. Brooklyn Taylor Zavislak. Sophia Isabella Zemlak.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Education and ask that you will confer on them the Post-Degree Certificate in Education, Special Education. I present to you Susan Catherine Arthurs. Monica Dawn Brand. Sharia Marie Edwards. Hannah Rose McTaggart. Lindsay Blair Perrin. Kelsey Lynn Pilon. Jade Kristen Richardson. Amanda Mary Elizabeth Scott. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Education and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Education. I present to you Bukola Agbohola. Chelsea Antafeyev. Matthew David Backen. Al-Idris Banigesh. Christopher Edward Bennington. Nicole Ann Bransgard. Jesselyn Megan Brickner. Lorraine Susan Brown. Janet Elizabeth Carmona Figueroa. Wanda May Clare. Sarah Joanne Clark. Lee Everett Coates. Evan Douglas Cole. Stephen Douglas Cole. Christine Wynn Daniluk. Melissa Suzanne DeGroot. Stephanie Lynn Denton. Jamie Joyce Danya. Carolyn Elaine Marie Empey. Jennifer Yvonne Janice Fines. Steve Duncan Fraser. Sarah Elizabeth Mawa Gerard. Angela Jeanette Greer. Courtney Stayhall. Greta Christine Harper. Donnelly Carol Hassett. Julie Louise Haubrish. Brianne Neal Hagee. Michelle Bridget Cosette Heiser. Megan Lynn Hesselwood. Michelle Angela Howard. Teresa Johnson. Leanne Ruth Kadishuk. Bernadette Rose Cashane. Alicia Rochelle Kluk. Spencer Thomas Knowles. Bradley James Knutson. Lisa Diane Kobelski. Maggie B. Korsrud. Andrea Ann Kotzer. Catherine Jeanette Kruger. Francis Kwaki. Cheryl Charmaine Lenz-Fabian. Shoyu Liu. Dawn Marie Loren. Ying Ma. Melissa McFarland. Christine Lee Messer. Kelly Jean Mills. Trevor Grant Myrtle. James Joseph Maroney. Miranda Lee Morstad. John Etienne Myberg. Wesley Wayne Myers. Winona Dawn Partridge. Elizabeth Rose Reed. Melissa Joanne Romano. Martine Yvonne Rose Romanis. Alice Rose Salter. Kimberly Danielle Sissons. Leanne Shuchuk. Brittany Lee Smith. Matthew Robert Smith-Windsor. Candice Marie Stanford. Maya Monique Starling. Megan Lynn Tate. Trina Marie Timmerman. Brandy Ann True. Trevor Gerard Troy. Jiawei Wang. Doris Jean Wessaquate. Sean Robert White. Tracy Joanne Wood. Thank you. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you this scholar and ask that you will confer on her the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Josephine Ann Steeves. Please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, is this the correct
Sounds
statement?
like it. Sounds okay so far.
It had something to do with passing it. I'll start over again. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Caroline Neer is the College of Education's most outstanding graduate for the Spring 2018 Convocation. And as a result, Carolee is the recipient of the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation Prize, graduating with great distinction with an average of 91.84%. Carolee was raised by her parents, Scott and Carol, on the Neer family farm at Pinkham with her older brother, Ryan. She graduated from Kindersley Composite High School in 2013, earning the Governor General's Academic Medal, as well as recognition for her excellence in music, specifically on the French horn. Carolee spent her first year after graduation studying overseas in Sweden, and the next 2 years at Briarcrest College, where she completed the first 2 years of her university education. An avid volunteer with children and youth through clubs, tutoring, and mentoring, Carolee transferred to the U of S College of Education in 2016 into the sequential elementary middle years program with English language arts and social science, social studies as teaching areas. During these 2 years, Carolee was the recipient of a Saskatchewan Teachers Federation Scholarship, the Earl Robert Hale Scholarship, and the College of Education Scholarship. Carolee completed her internship at Corroborate Composite School, teaching grade 5 English language arts, social studies, and science, grade 5-6 arts education, and grade 4-5 physical education, as well as helping coach volleyball. After Convocation, Carolee will be returning to the University of Saskatchewan, we like that, for 1 more year in order to obtain a Bachelor of Arts and Science degree in English, and at that time, she plans to enter the workforce as a teacher. She hopes to work in the middle years, but would also love to teach high school English. Please join me in congratulating Carolee Neer as this year's recipient of the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation Prize for Academic Excellence. This one's yours. Congratulations. And there's a picture right over there. Sarah Klatt is recognized as the most outstanding practicing teacher, or as we call them, intern, from the pool of Bates Award recipients for excellence in the teaching practicum. And as such, Sarah is the recipient of the College of Education Professionalism Award for Excellence in Teaching. This award was created to recognize a teacher candidate who has demonstrated educational excellence, innovation, uniqueness, creativity, and personal commitment to both the classroom and school while a member of the College of Education community. Sarah was born and raised in Regina, Saskatchewan. She graduated from Archbishop M.C. O'Neill High School and then moved to Saskatoon, where she achieved a Bachelor of Science in 2007 and a Master of Science in Biochemistry in 2011 from the University of Saskatchewan. We're also quite fond of all those degrees. She then entered the College of Education in the sequential elementary middle years program with science and social science, social studies as her teaching areas. Coming from a family with many University of Saskatchewan degrees, Sarah credits her family for instilling in her a love of learning and discovery that will support her throughout her career as a teacher. Sarah completed her extended practicum in a kindergarten, pre-kindergarten classroom at Caswell Community School. Her cooperating teacher, principal, and facilitator all indicated that Sarah genuinely and openly engaged with children, parents, teachers, support staff, community volunteers, and other teacher candidates. She easily engaged in collaborations and made connections for and with students. She used technology, engaged in activities emphasizing reconciliation and diversity, and excelled in inquiry and documentation. Sarah embraces working with others. During her time in the College of Education, she received a University of Saskatchewan undergraduate scholarship, the Charlotte Ruth and Roger Stone Award in Education, and was placed on the Dean's Honor Roll during the 2016-17 academic year. Sarah's goal as an educator is to work alongside her students, their families, and her colleagues to create a belonging school community that facilitates the holistic development of all students. She looks forward to staying within Saskatchewan to pursue a career in early childhood education. Please join me in congratulating Sarah Klatt as this year's recipient of the College of Education Professionalism Award for Excellence in Teaching. Very well done. Congratulations, Sarah. And we'll get another picture over there.
Could I direct your attention now to the video screen for a message from our Alumni Association?
I would like to thank a number of people. First, Darren Orliking and the University Wind Orchestra. Our vocalist, Angela Urichinin. Our drum group, Buffalo Boys Productions, and our traditional knowledge keeper, Henry Gardapi, and our signer, Dean Weeb. Now, no applause required here, although they should get it, and that is thanks to the teams from the Convocation Office and the Office of the University Secretary, all of whom play a very important role in making these ceremonies such a success. Now, finally, to the graduates, you have studied hard to earn your degree, and I wish you continued success throughout your lives, both personally and professionally. Congratulations on a job well done. It is my hope that, thanks to your precious experience here, your education has prepared you to meet some of our great challenges, such as how to make art that transforms people's perspectives, how to protect a human right, how to write a poem that explains the feeling of loss or joy, how to ensure that food production demands are met, and there's a longer list. To sum up all of this, how to design and work for a truly just state. Earning your degree will show you value for a lifetime to come, and the education you have received here at this great University of Saskatchewan has prepared you to meet these challenges head-on. So follow your dreams, because that's where you will find your true passion And in the end, that's what we want for each graduate of the University of Saskatchewan. Congratulations to everyone. And now, in closing, I ask that you please remain in your seats until the platform party has left the stage. Thank you very much for being here.